Hello again, this is Bob Weir with the Cross Timbers Gazette. Today's guest is Janvier Scott, who is running for mayor of Flower Mound. Ms. Scott grew up in Flower Mound and went to LISD schools right through graduation. She's running against two-term incumbent Mayor Tom Hayden and another longtime resident, Jim Berend, both of whom will be invited for an interview. Thank you for being here, Ms. Scott.
Thank you for having me.
If you would, please give voters some background information, such as education, occupation, community involvement, etc.
Okay. As you mentioned, I grew up here on a small farm in Flower Mound. It's a small horse farm, and my mom and I still own horses, and I still teach riding lessons, actually. And I did that when I graduated high school and started going to University of North Texas. I commuted because I was still training horses and teaching lessons. And while I was there, I decided I have a knack for computer programming. So I transferred to the University of Texas at Arlington and earned an information systems analysis degree. And so I've spent my entire career as a software engineer writing real-time applications. I, through writing code, became a technical expert in SCADA software, SCADA applications, and so I write technical documents, I train users, and I'm currently working on, I'm collaborating on a project with some other experts to have an integrated system on a virtual frame. I was early on, I mentioned the horses, and I remembered I was very young, probably I was in college, and we started the Silver Stirrups Pony Club, which is a national organization that certifies trainers and teaches kids. So I was a district commissioner for a while. I was an instructor, and then when my kids came, I became a Girl Scout leader for my daughter for about 6 years, PTA president for a few years. I was volunteered, of course, at PTA. I was a 4-H project leader for several years. I sat on the Denton County 4-H horse committee for a few years, and all the booster clubs for my son's sports through the years. But really, I've advocated all along in Flower Mound for the preservation of green spaces and encouraging quality development that kind of keeps our natural charm.
Okay. How do you feel about the progress of the Riverwalk?
Well, I was excited when I heard about a farmer's market coming to the Riverwalk. I thought, yay, farmer's market. I was really excited about it. And I don't remember the exact time frame. I want to say maybe 2013 it was promised, and then 14 and 15. And here we are 16, and we're still looking for some of those amenities like the chapel and the amphitheater and the farmer's market. But in 2015, the early 2015, that council passed some changes that would allow some of what was slotted to be commercial development go to high density housing. So I guess I'm a little bit worried that if anything happens with this developer, that we will not be getting, the green spaces and the walkable amenities that we were hoping for.
How about Lakeside?
Well, it's here, and so, we have to support it. And I love the businesses there. We have had several parties at a few of the businesses there. And we go to the movies there. It's great. It's not exactly my taste, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be. I hope that young people will be attracted to it and excited about it, and that these apartments will be occupied because they're here and we need them occupied.
Do you think the town's master plan is being followed?
Well, no. I think it's part of the reason that that I was encouraged to run for mayor, to tell you the truth. I think people are concerned that we are not following the master plan and that we're getting unbalanced growth because of it. We have we spent millions on a master plan that was done by experts and voted on by the residents at the time. We developed smart growth to ensure that infrastructure caught up with the development that we have, the roads and the schools and water and sewer and police and fire protection would all serve, the all of the businesses and the density that has been brought with development. And if we follow the master plan, we get balanced growth. If we do not follow the master plan, then we get unbalanced growth that is not planned, and we have crowded infrastructure, overcrowded schools, etc.
Have you supported any development projects in the last few years?
Oh, sure, absolutely. Callaway's, of course, is my favorite. In my opinion, and I wrote about it actually today too, that they are the poster child for how to fit in with Flower Mound. They looked at what we wanted. They picked a spot that was rich in natural character. It has huge trees, and they worked around the trees. They built their commercial building, to look like a home, and it's beautiful, and it feels like an oasis walking around there. The next door neighbor, the Black Walnut, I had some issues because of where the parking lot was going to be right on one of my trees, which is right on the property line. And I worked with them, and they were really good about working with me, and we came up with a design, and kind of all along we've kept in touch, and when we've worked together to solve several problems in a positive way. I have a good relationship with them, and when they wanted a change they wanted to have their signage to be unique I spoke for them, and all along 2499 I've tried to help guide, and my mother too kind of tried to help guide our vision for Flower Mound.
What do you feel represents the uniqueness of Flower Mound?
Well, I think we are looking for that country charm. It's something that is unique to us. It's not just having cows and horses, but it's having green space, and it's having, it's preserving and showing some of those cross timbers that we have, and high quality. I think that's what people expect. Is they don't expect low quality homes.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to say about your campaign? Your website, for example, or are you having fundraisers or anything like that?
Well, I do have a website, and it's www.jscottformayor.com, and I do have Facebook. It's Facebook /JScottForMayor. And we're just grassroots. We just plan to put up signs and block walk.
Well, I want to thank you, Janvier Scott, for coming in for this interview, and good luck in the campaign.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, and thank you for
I enjoyed
watching.
it.